Premiership teams are beginning to return for pre-season, and most clubs have all their business done ahead of next season. However, there are still some impressive players without a club after being released from their contracts. Here is a look at some of the best players who are still on the market ahead of next season. Nonu Nonu is without a club. Image, Newcastle Chronicle. 1. Nonu Nonu decided not to extend his contract at Toulon due to family reasons. Having not yet announced his retirement, the All-Black centre is on the market and searching for a new club. He started his career at the Hurricanes, where he spent 8 years before leaving for a new adventure in Japan, where he played for the Rico Black Rams. He then returned to his homeland and had 2 spells at the Blues, either side of a season at the Highlanders, which was largely affected by injury. His final season in Super Rugby was spent playing for the Hurricanes. He starred in New Zealand's 2015 World Cup win and scored an incredible try in the final. This proved to be his last game in an all-black jersey, as he signed a deal to move to France to play for Toulon. 103 caps and 2 World Cups make him the biggest name currently on the market, but after suggesting family reasons were behind his exit, it could mean that he is on his way back to New Zealand. Former Bristol Rugby lock takes up coaching role at ambitious PRO14 club. Quade Cooper of the Barbarians offloads the ball in a tackle by Ned Hannigan of the Wallabies 2. Quade Cooper was told that he was not part of Reds coach Brad Thorne's plans, and that he wasn't needed in training. He's currently playing for Souths, an amateur rugby club based in Brisbane. He began his career at the Reds in 2007 and went on to make over 100 appearances for the side, helping them win the Super Rugby title in 2011. He left them in 2015 after the World Cup, where he struggled to get into the Wallabies side ahead of Bernard Foley. He joined Toulon and spent a season there and made 15 appearances, before joining the Australian Sevens squad as he chased a place in the Olympic squad. He didn't make it though, and returned to the Reds in 2017, before he was released the following season. It's a miracle how no one has snapped up Cooper yet, and surely it won't be long before he is playing professional rugby once more. Questions have been asked about his attitude in the past, but it seems he now has that under control and should be playing professional rugby soon. Kyle Eastman of Wasps 3. Kyle Eastman has been released from his contract at Wasps after an injury-affected season. The centre has been linked with the move back to rugby league with Warrington among interested teams. Eastman began his career at St Helens and spent 4 years there before deciding to pursue a career in rugby union. He joined Bath in 2011, and played in numerous positions before settling in at inside centre. He spent 5 years at the club and earned 6 England caps. He enjoyed his best season in 2015 when he formed a wonderful centre partnership with Jonathan Joseph, which helped them reach the Aviva Premiership final. Wasps signed him after he was released by Bath, but struggled to make his impact show at the Coventry-based club, which can be put mainly down to injuries. Now he looks set to return to rugby league, but could definitely still be a brilliant signing for a union team. Departing Bristol back Jack Wallace's new club confirmed. Robbie Fruin. Image, Getty Images Europe. 4. Robbie Fruin is on the market after being released by Edinburgh. He moved to the Scottish club from Bath, where he only made 6 appearances in an injury-plagued season. It was a similar story in the Scottish capital, where he only played 5 games. He spent his whole career in New Zealand before the move to Bath in 2016, with his best spell coming at the Crusaders. He was a key part of a brilliant backline in Canterbury and formed a formidable centre partnership with Sonny Bill Williams. His injury record would make him a significant risk for any club interested in signing him this summer, but when he is fit there is no doubt he is one of the most exciting players in the game. Ben Foden of Northampton Saints. 5. Foden, a club legend for Northampton, Foden marked his final and 250 appearance in black, green and gold with a stunning display in his side's win against Worcester Warriors. This season, the fullback showed why any team would be lucky to have his services. He was one of the stalwart players in a miserable campaign for the East Mid side. Despite saying he wants to start a new chapter in his career, the 32-year-old could return to Sale Sharks, where he began his professional career back in 2004 to see out the rest of his playing days. On the other hand, an England call-up seems virtually out of the question now, so a move abroad wouldn't restrict his options this summer, with the move to the new New York Rugby franchise touted. Dan Tuohy pictured playing for Ireland 6. Dan Tuohy, Irish international second row. Dan Tuohy has had a strange 12 months. The 32-year-old lock was released by newly promoted Premier League side Bristol Bears midway through last season, having not featured for the first team all year. After overcoming an early season injury, he was sent out to Leicester Tigers on loan and went straight into their injury-hit squad before getting hurt again. After being released by Bristol, the 11-cap Irish international was quickly signed by French top 14 side Stade Francais, who he played for until the end of the season. Now the 6 feet 5 inches lock is in search of a new club. Francesco Minto of Italy jumps for the ball. Image, Getty Images, Asia Pack 7. Francesco Minto has been released by Italian club Benetton. The move came as a surprise after 8 years at the club, where he became one of the club's most senior forwards. The 31-year-old plays as a flanker but can also play in the second row and was released following a successful campaign where they won 11 out of 21 games. He has 39 caps for Italy and is still capable of playing at a high level, so it would be a surprise if he didn't get picked up this summer. Scotland flanker John Hardy scores a try as Japan winger Kotaro Matsushima attempts a tackle 8. John Hardy Scottish flanker John Hardy has been released by Edinburgh. The 29-year-old returned to the club in January after being given a 3-month suspension for gross misconduct following allegations of cocaine use. However, Director of Rugby Richard Cockerill insisted the dismissal had nothing to do with his disciplinary issues. Hardy made his international debut in 2015 and has earned 16 caps. He was involved in the Scotland squad for the Six Nations but didn't make an appearance for Gregor Townsend's side. His disciplinary issues may put off clubs making a move, but there is no doubt that on the pitch he would be a great addition to most sides in Europe. Jamie Elliott of Northampton Saints kicks the ball past Tom Griffiths of Saracens 9. Jamie Elliott is one of 17 players who will be leaving Northampton this summer in a major clear-out after a dismal season. He came through the Saints academy and went on to make 115 appearances for the club after making his debut at just 18. He scored 34 tries during his time at the club and played a key part in their Premiership and European Challenge Cup double in 2014. However, injuries have hampered his playing time in recent years, which has ultimately led to his release. The winger is still seeking a club ahead of next season and should get picked up after proving himself as an established Premiership player during his time at Franklin's Gardens. Paul Doran-Jones of Gloucester Rugby celebrates victory during the Anglo-Welsh Cup match between Gloucester Rugby and Saracen in 2016. 10. Paul Doran-Jones Doran-Jones is one of 3 players released by Wasps who are still looking for a club ahead of next season. The tight-head prop moved to the Ricoh Arena last summer after 2 seasons at Gloucester. The 33-year-old is coming to the end of a long career in the Premiership where he has played for 4 different clubs over a 14-year period, and it is likely he could retire. However, he could still do a job for another club as he has for Wasps. He won't be a starter but could be a valuable squad member and provide some crucial depth and experience. There were rumors he could be on his way to Ealing Trailfinders in the Championship but no announcement has been made.